And hello all of my fellow nerds out there, this is Oracle Nerd Richie and welcome back to Naturally Me. So let's get the obvious thing out of the way. Sadly, today is obviously the last day of Pride Month. Yeah, I know, Pride Month is coming to an end. I'm gonna go back to my old boring blue sweatshirt design. But you know what, it was really fun while it lasted. I really like seeing everyone put their pride out there and pretty much show that they're happy being the way that they are, and that's something that you can always look forward to. And you might think, wait, does that mean you're gonna stop playing Naturally Me after Pride Month ends? No, don't worry. I'm gonna continue playing this game until we see it to the end. I always try to finish all of the games that I play, except for maybe Dark Knights, cause well. Well, let's just face it, Dark Knights that I found on Steam, it's boring as all hell. So, we're gonna be finishing up this story. So, let's go ahead and continue. Oh god, I already forgot the voice I gave to Lydia. Okay guys, get what you need. At Lydia's word, everyone heads off to separate shops scattered that are on the city square, and get the equipment they need for the journey ahead. Well, everyone except for Borald, who's looking at all different shops, bewildered. Do you need some help, Borald? To be honest, this was my first time going on an adventure like this. I don't know what I should get. Lydia takes a hard look at Borald and his gear. He's packing a light crossbow with 20 bolts and a dungeoneer's pack. He's also suited in light armor for a first-time adventurer. This isn't a bad setup. Though if Borald were by himself with this gear and went up against a dragon, claims his numbers are starting to seem accurate. It's a good thing she was able to convince Borald to let her and the others join him. How much gold do you have on you? Borald grabs his pouch from his pocket and opens it up. Inside is around 30 gold. Shoot, that's only going to get him a potion. Lydia looks inside her own bag full of gold. 179 pieces are rummaging inside. Okay, the only thing I really need is my hormonal potion. I can give whatever I have left to Borald, so he can buy something else on top of a healing potion. Come, let's get what I need first, and then we can get your stuff. Okay. Lydia and Borald walk up to one of the smaller booths that's being run by a small petite goblin who puts a warm smile once the pair gets into view. Welcome! What can I get you to? Do you have a bottle of Theodore's hormonic replacement? But of course. Oh! The feeble woman grabs the potion in one hand and brings an open palm towards Lydia. That'd be 100 gold. Perfect, thank you. Lydia graciously hands the woman 100 gold and puts the potion safely in her bag. That'll last her until we get back to town. And for you, young man? Wait, why did it say barmaid just now? It just said barmaid. Is she a merchant or a barmaid? Which is it? For some strange reason, being called a man stirs an uneasy feeling in Borald's stomach. However, the dwarf doesn't say anything. Young? I'm actually 187. Oh my, really? Gosh, what am I doing wrong? If you're looking like that, and I'm looking like a bag of bones. Borald looks around the store and spots a bright red potion marked at 25 gold. He tells the merchant that's what he wants, and after a quick exchange about her aging poorly compared to him, Borald and Lydia say goodbye and leave the old woman to tend to the next customer. So, do you need anything else? I think I'm all set. Actually, here. Lydia hands him 79 gold that she had left over. What's this? You're going to need a close-range weapon for when someone gets up in your face, Borald. You won't be able to shoot your crossbow or cast a spell if an enemy is on you, you know? So I think this should be enough to buy you a dagger from the blacksmith. Why? I got what I need for the journey ahead. Plus, I want you to be the best you can be, Borald. You got something to prove, right? Borald stares at the newfound gold in his pouch for a few seconds, and then back at Lydia. He nods. Yeah. But can you come with me? I'd like the company. Plus, Borald looks nervously overlooks over at the I can't read today! Borald nervously looks over at the blacksmith, who is donning an eye patch and staring at passerby like an angry guard dog. That guy looks like he'll eat me alive if I so much as say hello. Yeah, no kidding. Probably woke up on the wrong side of the bed this morning. Little did Lydia know that the blacksmith actually did wake up on the wrong side of the bed as a result. Fell and bumped his knee really hard on the wooden flooring of his house. Ouch! Like, by comparison, I have wood flooring on my house, like you can't hear it, but I'm knocking on a wood flooring on in the apartment that I'm living in, and honestly, hitting anything on the wood floor would hurt like hell. The sound of his knee connecting with the floor was so loud it woke everyone, including his trusty dog Harris, up. No one was pleased to be woken up at 8 a.m., especially not old Harris. After getting a dagger from the grumpy blacksmith, Borald and Lydia returned to the middle of the town square where everyone but Helia was gathered. But where's Helia? She's still buying her supplies. Yeah, she has the most money out of all of us, so she makes sure to take her time to show off that she's super rich compared to the plebeians who only take 5 minutes in the shop. Do you all split the gold to earn evenly? Oh, we do. It's just that Helia is a bard, so she's musically talented. So whenever possible, she'll play music to earn a little extra cash. A lot of people love her music. One time I saw her get 100 gold from a single person. You can't even get that much from a stupid bandit, and those guys rob people for a living. Okay. Eventually, their fairy friend joins them. So, what'd you get, Helia? Well, I got these boots called the Boots of the Vigilant. Helia unenthusiastically poses with a sick-looking, dark, jagged leather boots. Nice. What else? I bought a bunch of potions. I thought buying these expensive boots and a lot of potions would help make me feel something, but alas, they did not. Suddenly, the mood amongst the group dips. But I still have like 3,000 gold left. How much gold do you guys have left? The group says nothing. Their pouches weigh like feathers right now. Well, if it helps everyone, being rich doesn't make you happy. I think I would rather be dirt poor, but happy than be rich and be depressed. Should I be happy about that, or should I feel insulted that you just called me dirt poor? A little of column A, a little of column B. Well, enough about our financial standings. Everyone, if we're all ready, I think we should head out. Agreed? Yes, of course. Everyone else nods in unison, and they isn't ready to forget the fact that they're all dirt poor when compared to their friend Helia. And so the adventurers leave Aladon behind and head north where the dragon awaits. As the group makes their way to the dragon, Borald walks a few steps behind them, observing them. Constantine's carrying her on his back. That's adorable. Everyone is talking and interacting with one another. Lydia and Constantine are talking amongst each other while Trix is riding on top of the latter's shoulders. That only happened after Trix said "please" in a super high-pitched voice. Once she did that, Constantine broke down and bent down so the tiny young woman could get on his broad shoulders. Lydia was teaching Clams how to play the mandolin. The ex-military strategist struggled, and to be honest, every note she played sounded rotten to the ears. But the talented musician was patient and tried to point out the errors that her friend was making. Despite their earlier interactions, where you would question their friendship, here in this moment, they're just a happy family of misfits. As Barod watches the group enjoying themselves from afar, he experiences a pang of sadness. His stomach turns, and he begins to feel queasy. Barod used to have friends like that when he was much younger. Once he could sit around for hours until the sun went down, or at least he thought he had those kinds of friends. It all changes when Barod started feeling confused and uncertain of himself. His identity. If you asked Barod to describe who he was, he wouldn't be able to tell you. When he expressed this to his friends, that's when they started to pull away from him. So without anyone to talk to and help him through whatever he was trying to figure out, he just instead left these unsolved questions lie dormant in his mind for God knows how long. Was it a mistake to let these people come with me? Sure, the chances of me coming back from this quest go up by a lot, but seeing them happy like this, I think I would have rather gone solo at this point. Whoa, it's 12 o'clock! Lydia's loud voice snaps Barod into focus. Ooh! When his eyes land on the road in front of him, that's when they notice a pack of wolves walking across the field. When the adventurers get close enough, the wolves turn around and begin to snarl at the group. Wolves? This'll be easy. Trix pulls out her staff. Can you get off me before you start casting spells, Trix? Aw, come on. I have a vantage point from up here. Trix, I know you're an excellent wizard, but you tend to go off the rails. When Constantine says you tend to go off the rails, that's just him nicely saying that you're crazy with magic 100% of the time. Oh, I know, but what's fun without a little crazy? Constantine pinches the bridges of his nose. Point is, as much as I enjoy seeing you happy being on my shoulders, if you stay up there, I run the risk of potentially dying if any of your spells go horribly wrong. But Constantine... Nope, it won't work on me this time. Not when my life is on the line. Get off me, please. Fine. Once Trix gets off Constantine, everyone gets out their weapons. Okay, here come 3 of them, and 6 of us. There's 3 of them and 6 of us. So how about we group it to pairs? Constantine, Helia, Trix, and I, and then... Trix and I will take one because besties stick together. Which leaves Barod and Lydia to take care of the last. Any issues with that plan? Nobody objects. Good, because those wolves are about to attack us, so we don't really have time for plan B. The ferocious wolves lunge at the group. The head of the pack goes after Helia. Right before it can sink its teeth in her, Helia casts Thunder Wave, a paralysis spell that freezes the wolf in place. The wolf takes a bit of damage from how shocking the spell was. There's puns. Constantine, go! The wolf's paralyzed. Rushing forward, Constantine sinks the spear right into the wolf's side, dealing critical damage. The wolf cries out in pain before sinking down to the ground, going limp. You did! You killed the wolf! How are the others doing? Well... Clams and Trix are handling the wolf perfectly fine on their own in their own chaotic way, with the latter performing a cartwheel before screaming out a big spell like Fireball! which she should probably save for the dragon or whatever. But whatever. Meanwhile, Clams manages to stab the wolf with a poison dagger. So while Trix and Clams' battle techniques are questionable at best, at least they're getting the job done. The only issue is with Barald and Lydia. The two have been standing there waiting for Barald to do something. However, the dwarf is unsure of what to do. This is his first real battle. It doesn't help that the wolf is staring him down like Barald's going to be his next meal. What spells do you have? I know a spell called Eldritch Blast. Oh, that's a good one. Use that. Barald begins to conjure up Eldritch Blast, and a bright orb begins to form in his hands. I got this. But then, images of people back home pop into his mind and disrupts his focus. Everyone pulling away from him when he became an adult. And for what? Because he questioned his identity? Then, when he mentioned he was going to become an adventurer, they all laughed at him. The last flood Barald's head. It's suffocating. It's all coming back to him. Stop. Why does it all have to come up now? Barald releases the spell. The beam of energy streaks towards the wolf. But the wolf manages to jump out of the way at the last second. Huh? No way! With Barald's spell missing, the wolf takes the opportunity to use its sharp claws to slash at him. The hit connects. Ow! Claws manage to tear through his armor and make a minor cut right into his abdomen. A tiny bit of red begins to seep out, but thankfully, 'tis a flesh wound. Really? The flesh wound reference?
Just a flesh wound.
Barald! You stupid little furball, I'm going to get you for that. Enraged that the wolf managed to hurt her newfound companion, Lydia runs up to the wolf. Take this! She strikes her hand axe straight into the wolf. The wolf cries out in pain. Yes! It stumbles a bit, but it's not down for the count just yet. Helia! I know. Helia takes out her musical instrument and plays a song. I know you can understand me, stupid wolf, so listen closely to my song. Your mother wasn't a very nice wolf. In fact, I dare say she was one of the worst wolves to ever walk the planet. Maybe that's why that hunter killed her. Wolf cries out in pain upon hearing the cruel words that Helia said under the spell known as vicious mockery. Unable to handle the truth about their horrible mother, the creature keels over. Well, that works better than anything else. Look at what the wolves dropped. Fur! I wonder what this would fetch us. Not much. Helia approaches Trix and inspects the fur more closely, feeling it between her small fingers. Yeah, just like I thought. It's cheap fur. We don't get much gold out of it. It won't even make good for equipment either. Ah. Trix throws the fur to the ground, leaving it for someone else to pick up and sell. Group turns their attention to Barald, who looks upset. Hey, are you okay? Do you need any of us to heal you? No, I'll be fine. Getting down on his knees, Constantine pulls out a red potion from Barald's bag and opens it up for him. Drink your potion. Although that wound is pretty minor, it's better to take care of it now than wait for it to get infected. Barald takes the potion begrudgingly and sips it. Immediately, the wound on his chest disappears, as if he had never even encountered a wolf in the first place. Do you feel better? No. Constantine frowns. Chin up, Barald. We all miss a spell every once in a while. Don't beat yourself up over it. Yeah, I mean, did the group tell you about how I nearly killed the princess because my fireball missed its target and the whole place caught on fire? What? I wrote a song about it. Would you like to hear it? No, I'm good, but thank you. Although their words were meant to be comforting, they did little to alleviate the pain that Barald was feeling. They were all able to. Sorry, that's Barald's thinking, my bad. They were all able to kill the wolf so easily, but me? I couldn't kill such an easy target. If I can't kill a wolf, how can I be able to kill a dragon? These guys end up killing the dragon while I just stand around and do nothing. What does that really accomplish? Maybe the people back home are right. Someone like me isn't meant to be such an adventurer. Constantine claps his hands together and grabbing everyone's attention. Alright guys, if memory serves me right, there should be a small town up ahead with an inn. We'll take a break from traveling and rest there for the night. Ooh, does the inn have a tavern attached? Yes. Woo! Non-alcoholic drinks, let's go! And so the group marches ahead, with Borald walking slowly behind them, deep in thought. Lydia glances over at her shoulders and throws a worried glance towards Borald's way, but he's too busy looking at the ground to notice her concern for him. When the team arrives at the inn, the bright sunny sky is replaced by the dark of night. So it's a good thing they got there when they did, or else they may have faced the wrath of a bandit or two. Once they checked into the inn, everyone moved over to the adjoining tavern, which is filled to the brim with customers. Wow, this place! Look at this place. Even in this tavern is a place to be in a small town, huh? I mean, I understand why the background is the same. It's just that reusing assets is easier than making new ones. But I don't know. Maybe it could have changed the colors of the flags at the very least. That should be fine. Well, what else is there to do in a town that's the size of your pinky besides visit the bar? Watch the clouds, maybe? Hey, Clams, the last one to the bar is a rotten dragon egg. Oh, you don't want to race me with those tiny legs, bestie. Those two rush off to the bar, ducking and weaving between the patrons, poorly causing some of them to spill their drinks. Thank God that Trix has a high enough charisma stat and an adorable smile that the drunk patrons will just grumble expletives under their breath instead of picking a fight with the pair. I think I'm going to join them at the bar. Barald says quietly before rest of the group can say anything. The warlock slumps over to the bar, disappearing into the ocean in the crowd. Barald's been quite quiet ever since that battle with the wolves. I'm worried about him. Yeah, I wonder if there's something deeper plaguing him. The remaining three watch Barald as he orders a drink at the bar by his lonesome. It's a depressing sight. I'll talk to him and see if I can cheer him up. Sounds like a plan. You're always good at cheering people up, Lydia. If you need me, I'll be earning some money. Lydia flies away, heading towards the stage. Do you want me to join you, Lydia? I'll be fine. Besides, I think I spotted someone you might be interested in seeing. Where? Lydia leans close to Constantine. Pray tell, do you remember Hugo Kavev, the Minotaur you worked with the fishing docks before you went called by the god of order and lost Scontel? Immediately, the hair on Constantine's neck stood up, and the tips of his ears became tinted with a light pink hue. Is he here? Of course he is. I wouldn't play with your heart like that, my friend. He's sitting by himself at the last table towards the back. Now's your chance to catch up. Do I look presentable? Constantine's voice was tainted with worry. Although he's 48, the bugbear is acting like he's back in his early teens. Lydia can't help but chuckle at his almost childlike behavior. Don't worry, Constantine, you look handsome. Now go get him. Aww. With a gentle push, Constantine slowly makes his way over to his friend when he gets there. The edges of Hugo's eyes crinkle and the corners of his lips upturn into a small smile. Lydia then turns towards the bar and makes her way to Barald, who is already down a drink. Let's just hope he can handle his alcohol better than Trix. Hey, what are you doing up here by yourself? Don't bother him, Lex. It's clear as day that he's not in the right mood. There was again the weird, disgusting feeling in Barald's stomach, and it was brought on when the patron said him. Oh. Wait, so does Barald not feel like a he or a him? Why did those words make Barald feel so uncomfortable. Please, don't use that. Fueled by the alcohol, Barald finds the courage to speak up. Huh? Him. It makes me feel uncomfortable. Oh, I'm sorry. What do you prefer then? Huh? That was the last response Barald was expecting. When Barald told their old friends that, they gave him a strange look. But these people, they were apologetic about it. You said not to use him or he, so I just wanted to know what you prefer to be addressed as instead. Barald gives them a puzzled look. I don't... You can be addressed as something else? What else is there? Is something the matter here? When Lydia gets to the bar, she hasn't heard any of the conversation that's transpired due to how loud the tavern was. Both patrons look up at her, one of them waving her hand. Oh, not at all. Just failed attempt to flirt with your friend here is all. Yeah, well, we didn't mean to cause any trouble. I was actually trying to pull my friend away. Sorry. Oh, they were both ladies. Okay, I didn't know. I actually didn't know. The two ladies run off. They weren't troubling you, were they? Brawl shakes his head. No, one of them actually apologized to me about. Brawl pauses, unsure of whether to bring up the subject regarding the usage of he and him. Brawl downs another shot. They, used the word he? I don't know, but I felt really uncomfortable with it. I mean, I felt uncomfortable being addressed that way for years now, but I just rolled with it. But being alone and feeling crappy like I do now, I guess drinking a bit, I finally said something. I don't know, I'm sorry, it's probably because I'm drinking, so I'm spouting some nonsense. At least that's what my old friends back home told me when I brought this up to them. That isn't nonsense, just so you know. Huh? Let's save this conversation for another time, okay? For when you're sober. Right behind them, two drunkards began fighting. You can hear their drinks spill onto the floor as one of them body slams the other into a table, breaking it in half. Oh boy, bar fights. Oh shit, a bar fight, let's go! From across the room, Lydia and Barald can hear Trix cheering. And when we're not in a place where people are breaking furniture, a tavern is the worst place to have a serious conversation. Yeah, that is kind of true. Lydia pushes the empty shot glass away from Barald's tiny hand. She helps him off the bar stool. Where are we going? To see the others. We're going on this big adventure, yet you've barely even talked to them. We need to change that. Who should Barald and Lydia hang out with? Ooh. Oh, we can choose. Okay, well, let's just save because anything could affect the story. Well, Constantine is talking to his old friend. Clams and Trix are, well, they're being themselves, so I guess Helia would probably be the better option. Let's go watch Helia perform. Grabbing Barald's hand, Lydia guides Barald closer to the stage where Helia is playing. She's sitting on a tall wooden stool, and right beneath her is a giant bowl full of golden coins. In a little time she's been away, from the group, she's already earned 1,000 gold. Holy crap. I've never seen that much money in my life before. The only time I've ever seen that much gold is when I was still working at the church and held a charity drive for the local orphanage. The two quiet down and carefully listen to Helia's song. Her voice is gentle and melody is harmonious. The song she's singing tells the tale of a group of adventurers who stumbled upon a quiet little ferry while in a busy shopping district. When the two adventurers, who were a bugbear and an orc, are distracted, the fairy robs them blind of all their money. However, the fairy is then kidnapped by a much bigger, more scary-looking thief. The adventurers, seeing this happen, chase after the giant thief. After some time, the group catches up to the big bad thief and beats them up. The thief lets the fairy go, but the adventurers, believing the thief was the one who robbed them, demanded that then he gives them back their money. The thief tries to convince them again and again that he wasn't the one who robbed them, but they refuse to believe him. After all, the guy just kidnapped someone. Stealing someone's money wasn't beyond the realm of possibility. Why do people in this sound like us? Because it is. The song is about how Helia met us. Really? She robbed you guys? Yep. Honestly, what she said when she said she was the one who took her money, I couldn't believe it. She just looked too depressed to rob us. I guess you really can't judge a book by its cover, huh? I guess so. When Helia finishes her song, the crowd claps for her amazing performance. Thank you all for listening. I'm going to take a quick break before I play my next song. Helia grabs a glass of water and places it on the stool next to her and takes a sip. Taking this as an opportunity to talk to the bard, Barald and Lydia strut up to her. That was a fantastic song, Helia. Thank you. I'm glad someone thinks so. Barald raises an eyebrow. What do you mean? You just had a ton of people clap for you. I can't be the only one who liked your performance. Well, how do I explain this? Do you know how people will sometimes say you have an angel or devil on your shoulders? Yeah, but what does that have to do with anything? Helia sighs. Well, I'm cursed with having two asshole critics over my shoulders all the time while I play. Critic with mustache? Oh my god, she actually has an angel and a devil. How assholes? How dare you? All we're doing is giving you pointers, dear. What the? Pointers? You heckling me every time I perform isn't what I would call giving me pointers. Critic with bushy eyebrows. Young people these days, they get so defensive. I'm 1345 years old. Well, for someone who's supposed to be old and wise, you certainly don't take criticism very well. You know, this explains a lot. If I had two old geezers degrading me 24/7, I think I would wound up being depressed too. I mean, your performance just now wasn't that bad. I liked it. It was alright. Actually, there were parts of it that are pretty bad. It was very clear that you didn't tune your mandolin correctly. There were a couple of times the notes made my ears bleed. True, it could have been a lot better. You know, now that I'm thinking about it, it was pretty awful. Yep, pretty bad. Ugh, you two are awful! No wonder I'm depressed all the time. I have you two constantly on my shoulders, making me miserable. Helia waves her hands in the air, causing the two little critics to poof away. How long have you been dealing with those two jerks? 7 years, 10 months, 2 days, and 16 hours, but who's counting? You clearly are? You are? You are? Yeah, I guess I am, aren't I? So, how did you get stuck with those two anyway? My ex, who was super into curses, cursed me. Why would he do that? He was an asshole, that's why. He thought he could change me. But he sounds like a real piece of work. Oh, trust me, he was. Anyway, I broke it off with him because I'm not going to be with someone who can't accept me for who I am. And just like every asshole ex, instead of taking the breakup like an adult, he acted like a child and cursed me. Helia rolls her eyes. Maybe he felt like I needed to be taken down a peg or two, as if I'm not already at rock bottom. Helia shakes her head and looks down at the mountain of gold sitting in front of her. Her hand feels through the shining pieces of gold. A couple of coins fall out, making a soft ding sound when they collide at the wood stage. All this gold tells me I'm a good musician, yet those idiots say otherwise. Those guys will never be pleased with whatever you play. Can't you make them go away? Healy shakes her head and gives Barald a dejected look. Nope, I've tried every spell, every potion. and talked to countless doctors about this. Nothing worked. This is my curse to bear. I'm so sorry. For what? For your situation. It's awful. That's life, isn't it? I mean, we all have our own issues to deal with, and I'm doing exactly that. Learning how to deal with it all. Sure, listening to these guys suck at a lot, but... He looks up at Lydia, and something reminiscent of a smile on her face. No matter how hard life gets, I have friends who remind me that the good outweighs the bad. Ugh. Quickly, the smile disappears, and she returns her usual deadpan expression. I need to get back to singing. You two are welcome to sit back and listen. Just as Healy extends an invitation to the two, Burrow lets out a yawn. Seems like someone's getting tired. I think the alcohol is starting to hit me. Then you should rest. I take no offense if you do. Okay, well, good night, Helia. And please, don't listen to those stupid critics of yours. You're an excellent musician. I'll try not to. Farewell, Barald. I'll see you in the morning. Lydia and Barald wave goodbye to Helia, who begins playing a new tune as they walk away. As the two approach the tavern's exit, Barald stops. Lydia turns around, raising a quizzical eyebrow at Barald. Is something the matter, Barald? No, quite the opposite, actually. Lydia, I just wanted to say thank you for hanging out with me tonight, even though I probably wasn't the best of company. What are you talking about? You were fun to hang out with. Really? Of course, Barald. A small smile makes its way onto Barald's face. One that perfectly complements it. That's good to hear. Anyways, good night, Lydia. Barald waves goodbye to Lydia before leaving the tavern and heading upstairs to their room. When night turns to day, it's Constantine and Lydia who are the first ones in the lobby of the inn. The two talk about last night, mainly about Lydia inquiring what happened with Hugo. Constantine is very hush-hush about the details, but judging by the giant grin on his face, the two must have had a very eventful night catching up with each other. Arriving 10 minutes past their agreed meeting time is Barald, who quickly takes a seat next to Lydia. How did you sleep, Barald? I didn't fall asleep until a few hours after I got to my room. I was just thinking about stuff. Don't worry. Shortly after Barald, Helia hovers down the stairs, waves and waves with the group. She notices the troublemakers aren't there yet. I see our favorite little gremlins haven't arrived yet. They must have had an eventful night last night. I think I heard Clams throwing up all the way from down the hall. Everyone rises to their feet, clearly concerned for their comrade's well-being. Is she okay? Helia shrugs. I would assume so. I'm sure Clams has experienced worse during their time in the military. Besides, if Clam wasn't okay, Trix would have been down here crying her eyes out. I suppose that's true. The two did share a room together, so if something was wrong with Clams, Trix would be the first to know. Everyone sits back down. Helia takes a seat next to Barald. How did the rest of your performance go, Helia? Okay. I mean, those critics kept heckling me, but I kept thinking about what you said to me. That you thought my song was fantastic. Really? Helia nods. Yes. Keeping your comment in mind helped me tune those annoying geezers out. So thank you. No need to thank me. I was only speaking the truth. Helia doesn't say anything. Instead, she just smiles softly in response. An hour later, the last two party members walk down the steps of the inn like they're zombies who've just risen from their graves. I should have known. I shouldn't have had all their drinks. You're telling me I was the one who had to clean all that throw up. Well, I'm glad you're okay, Clams. Hillia told us that she could hear you down the hallway. Well, when you've been in the army and had to be subjected to countless bouts of torture, you built up quite the pain tolerance, so throwing up a ton is nothing. See? I told you she was probably fine. Okay, now we're all here, I think we should head out. Agreed. Are we all ready? Everyone nods. Alright, let's head out. And I think that would be a good point to leave this episode for now. So, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Be sure to leave a like, comment what you think, share this video with your friends, and be sure to subscribe and click the bell so you don't miss a single notification. I'll see all of you in the next video. Goodbye!
You say you wanna try, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason